Christian, where are you? Christian, are you here? Christian, where are you? Are you here? Hello? Hey, what's up? Am I in time for this Infinity War? I'm so excited to start sinning.
You're kind of too late for it. I kind of finished it, everybody. It's over, I'm sorry.
Dang, man, that sucks. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be a part of it.
It's good to see my bro.
Yeah, good to see you again.
It's really great to see, and
Christian, are you okay? Christian, snap out of it. Christian, are you okay? What is that?
Josh, get behind me. Why would you do this? After everything
I
I've
didn't know what to do. I'm sorry. Christian!
You can't wait.
I already have. Here's how things are gonna go. You have until the 500th episode to make a decision. If you continue the Sins franchise, you can have your brother back. Or you can end the franchise and he stays God. The choice is yours.
Hello, this message is for Mr. and Mrs. Nobles. I know you guys are not home right now, but when you get this message, I want you to know that I'm sorry for everything that happened. This is all my fault. I know this is hard to believe, but I'm the one responsible for Josh's death. Many years ago, I made a terrible mistake. I let loose the dark side of my soul, thinking that I could live a negative-free life. I was wrong. I shot him 2 years ago. I believed he was dead all this time, But then Josh did the unthinkable. He resurrected him, and it's all because he was desperate to locate me when I threw myself away into exile. I did not think this would happen, but because I didn't think, your son is gone. Someone who looked up to me as a brother, and someone I helped get better from his depression. All of it is lost. And so am I. Don't blame yourselves for what happened. Blame me. Because I already do. I'm terribly sorry. Josh, why didn't you tell me? It was 2016, the year my YouTube channel really kicked off into what it is today. I was in a department store one day, shopping for supplies, and I came across something that really began this nightmare with Huntrabane. I looked at it as a hunting mask that I needed for when I went on future hunting trips. Little did I know that this mask would change my life and engulf me in darkness. And that night, one of my greatest fears happened. I refused to look at myself, for I was ashamed of what was staring back, so I covered myself up. But wearing the cloak and putting the hood over was not enough for me to be satisfied with what I was looking at. I could still see my face, the same face I despised at the time, the same face that I looked at as the weak link of my life, And that's when I got the idea. When I looked at the mask, I felt frightened. There was no one wearing it, but somehow I felt a chill run down my spine, as if something or someone was actually staring back at me, full of the same hatred that I had to my own reflection. And then I realized that the only one who truly hated my reflection was myself.
Fuck you, disgrace.
For the first time in my life, I looked at my reflection and saw more than just me. I saw everything that represented negativity in life, a being beyond anyone's worst fears, their own dark half of the soul. And yet, I felt warm. I felt comfortable, as I said to myself,
This is who I am now. Who I will always be.
Hey Christian, it's me, Josh, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm really sorry about your Aunt Ayana Maracle. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry that she passed away, and I'm sending, my thoughts and prayers to you and your family.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's Christian Maracle.
Yep. You must be Republic Gaming?
Yeah. Just call me Josh, though.
Josh, no problem. First of all, I want to say, I've never honestly done this before, so you might have to excuse me. I'm about as nervous as you are. I'm never exactly...
Dude, I have goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie.
It's understandable. I've never exactly Skyped a fan face-to-face before. This is a kind of a new thing for me, so... But
Gotcha.
I will say, when I watched your condolence video, I want to say that you did really good, man. I've seen, I got, at least 50 condolence videos from fans, and honestly, there was just something different about yours. You sounded more, quote, sincere, and even if you didn't even know me, like, personally, there's just something nice about you.
I mean, that's just really how I try to be. Like, I try to be a nice person, and, you know, I figured, you know, I was upset for you, obviously, that your aunt passed, so I wanted to go ahead and just make a quick little video for you.
Well, honestly, I really appreciate that. How did you even discover my channel?
It actually came up in my YouTube suggestions, Royal Rumble 2015 sins, so I watched.
Honestly, I didn't really like that one for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that the first WWE sins you did?
Well, yeah, it kind of was, so you could probably understand it was a little different. It's a little unusual for me. Huh.
Sorry if you hear noise in the background, by the way, my parents are home.
It's okay, it's all good, you know, I kind of figured, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say, thank you once again for, you know, just being a kind person. When I listened to your condolence video, I noticed something different about you. You seemed a little down on something. Looked like you were feeling a little down or something, aside from, you know, my aunt passing.
Well, I've just been struggling lately.
You
and
too?
It's like, I know, like, you have depression. Well, I also have depression. And anxiety, and I've been a little suicidal lately.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've been going through these struggles too?
Yeah.
Wow. Honestly, never would have thought that, but you know, I thought I'd give you some advice since I got you here. Here's something that I've been telling my fans for a little bit. I've been trying to think of a catchphrase of some sorts. I mean, I've been saying it for a while. I'm just trying to spread positive messages. So here's what I want you to do. Whenever you feel down or something, or if something's bugging you, try your best to keep calm, but most importantly, you think optimistically. Now, you probably don't even know what that means, right?
I'm assuming because optimism means, like, positive, so...
Okay, you're on the right track on that, but I will say, the best thing about it is, it means to think positive about what's to come, not what's currently going on. I mean, everybody can be in a funk. Like, I've been in a funk many times, but just because we're down doesn't mean, you know, it's gonna be like that for the rest of our lives. And you know, I know you're just a fan, but if you ever need, like, to talk to anybody, you know, you can always come to me.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And I know I'm just a fan, but if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here too. Like, if... I know I'm just some random kid who lives in Virginia.
Virginia, huh? You know,
I live in Virginia.
You know, I've always wanted to pass through that, but honestly, I just never had the time for it. Is it a good place?
Yeah, it's a really nice place. We have a beach.
Cool. Can I stop by sometime? I'm just kidding. I think that's a little too far. I know for a fact that probably will never happen, but you know, that's okay if it never does. You know, that's what the internet is for.
Exactly. I still can't believe I'm talking to you right now.
I know. I don't know. This just feels different for me too. So, you're a wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you see WrestleMania 32? I mean, it was actually my first WrestleMania, and it was in Dallas, and honestly, it's an experience like no other. Have you ever been to WrestleMania?
I haven't been to WrestleMania, but I did see that you went, and,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I hope you had a great time.
Oh, yeah, Dallas, Texas is honestly a great place. And the rest of the experience of being at WrestleMania is... I thought it was just going to be like whenever I attended, like, a live event, or a house show, or a taping, or a pay-per-view, but this was different. You know, I've been wanting to go to WrestleMania for 17 years.
Wow.
17 years. You were probably not even born.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, you know, recently I got close to 30,000 subs.
Yeah.
It's been rising crazy. Here's the thing. I started at, like, 4,000 when this year began. It's been 4 months. Now I'm at 30,000.
Think about it. You could reach 50,000, even 100,000 soon.
Honestly, something I'd really love to do is reach 100,000, because, you know, I get a silver play button from that.
Yeah.
I should definitely throw a party.
For sure. Hey, I'm invited, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Maybe you should. Maybe I'll take you. Maybe I'll take you on a tour of my kingdom of Toronto. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I live in Toronto. You know, up in Canada. You ever been in Canada?
No, I've never been to Canada.
Oh, have you been anywhere other than Virginia?
Yeah, I've traveled, like, all over the U.S. Well, not really much of, like, West, but I'd say, I've been to Florida, I've been to Michigan, pretty much everything between those two states I've been to, so...
Time's really passing by. I really think that maybe you should probably get to bed sometime soon because it's... Don't you have, like, school or something? You are in high school, right?
No, I'm in middle school.
Oh, you're in middle school? Sorry, you looked older.
No, it's okay. I'm in 8th grade, but, we start school around 9 o'clock, so I can sleep in a little bit.
Okay, I understand. Before we go, though, I just have one last question.
What's up?
What's the deal with your neck?
Well, you see, I have a long neck.
Yeah, I noticed. Has anybody other than me ever commented on that?
Yeah, I actually, I don't really like to talk about it much, but in elementary school I got bullied a little bit because of it.
Oh, yeah, I can understand. I've been bullied for over 15 years. I mean, I'm in my last year of high school right now, and it's still going. I think the most important thing for you to do is to be proud of yourself no matter what.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, I gotta embrace the neck, right?
You should make that a thing or something. I don't know. I mean, I like the name Republic Gaming, but you should think of something one day. No offense. I'm just thinking, if you have something that people would make fun of you for, you should embrace it. You should embrace it and make it like your signature. You know, it's just something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna head out. Thank you very much for this call, for this 2-hour call.
You're welcome.
I've never been on a call this long with a fan.
Well, thank you again for accepting my request.
You know, even if this is the first time we met, I'll always be here for you. If you ever need to get away, I'll be here for you.
Thank you, man. I'll do the same thing.
You take care.
You too.
Good night.
Good night.
I've officially lost it. I'm going insane.
Perhaps you are going insane. Or maybe something else has happened. After all, I am you. Do you remember when you put this outfit on? And when you placed your hands against this very mirror?
What are you?
It's not a matter of what I am. It's a matter of who I am. Now you get it. When you placed your fingers on this mirror, you created me. I have been every negative voice you have ever heard inside your head.
If you are truly my dark side, then how am I able to talk to you? And why are you in a mirror?
Do you think mirrors are simply designed so someone can take a look at themselves? You couldn't begin to imagine the things I have discovered in here. When you placed your fingers on the mirror, you released me into this realm. Mirrors are designed to allow someone to look at themselves and discover who they truly are. I am your darkness.
Take off the mask then.
I wouldn't recommend that.
How do I know you're really my dark side? Let me see your face.
You wouldn't be able to handle what you see.
I'd just be looking at my own face.
Hidden underneath this mask is everything you claim to hate. Everything you fear about yourself. I am everything you ever imagined your darkness would look like.
I don't believe you.
No. No, you're not real. You're not real.
And now you know. What do you think of when you look at me?
Poison. A poison. Poison. In my light. A hunter. Huntrabane. Huntrabane. Huntrabane.
That shall be my name then. I am Huntrabane. And I am your darkness. But I do not want to hurt you. Actually, I'm here to help you. There's a boy you recently met, Josh Nobles, who, like you, also has a dark side. I've seen Josh's dark side. I've seen many things in this dimension.
Dimensions?
This place shows us everything. Many different futures. They call it the dimension of mirrors. I've even seen the future of your bond with him. And the unfortunate consequence.
Something that doesn't add up. How do you know so much about Josh when I only met him recently? And what bond? We're hardly friends. I barely know him.
I have seen many futures about you and about him. Do you care about the boy?
There's something about him. He's almost just like me.
Unfortunately, things don't work out well between you two. Because later this year, Josh will die.
What do you mean he dies?
Do you remember back when he told you about his suicidal thoughts? There will come a time when you will be too busy to help him, and you will call him out on it. And because of that, he loses every last bit of hope he has, gives into his darkness, and commits suicide. And it was all your fault. However, there is a future where he survives. But unfortunately, there are risks.
Look, I may hardly know him, but there's nothing I wouldn't do to make sure he's okay. I care about him. I care for him like a brother.
Then let me assist you. I know how to prevent him from dying, but I will need your help to make sure this happens.
No. You're lying to me. If you are truly my dark side, then you're telling me this through lies and deception. Josh will not kill himself. And I promise I will always be there for him, to protect him, even from death, no matter what.
Try everything you can. I have seen the future, and if you go down this path, his death will be inevitable, and there will be nothing you can do to stop it. Think about it, Christian. Think about it.
Please pick up the phone. God damn it. Fuck! Josh, this is Christian. Listen, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you off and say I was busy. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't think you were going through depression. Just please don't kill yourself. Just please, man. You only live once. You only live once. Remember everything I taught you. Everything I told you about thinking optimistically, man. Please. Just please answer the phone when you get this, please. I love you, man. I'm sorry. Oh God. What have I done?
So, you didn't listen to what I said. And now, Josh is about to jump to his death, far away from anyone who can stop him in time. And it is all because you didn't do what I said.
Is there any way I can go to the future where Josh lives? I'm desperate, man. Listen, I'm desperate. I'm willing to do anything. Just tell me what I have to do.
Yes, but we're running out of time. In order to save Josh and go through with this future, you must complete the ritual.
What ritual?
It's a simple and easy task. It's how a creator managed to split himself into several pieces and cast all his souls into this dimension. One guy named Jesse managed to tell so many stories throughout the existence in this dimension. And you have a story to tell as well. A story to tell, a story to finish. If you want to save your brother Josh, you must go through with the ritual. And once I'm free, I will confront Josh's darkness and prevent it from taking him over. To change his mind about committing suicide, but we have to act now.
How do I know I can trust you?
Because I am you. Think about it. If two halves of a soul in the same dimension work together, imagine what we could accomplish together. And not only will I help save Josh, but you will also live a negative-free life. I am the dark half of your soul. I have every negative emotion you ever had. You have every positive emotion you ever had. If we work together, you will be full of positivity and optimism for life.
Alright, I'll do it. Just tell me what I have to do.
In order to complete this ritual and to set me free, you must think long and hard about what you want and what you need. And then, when you feel enough power and energy, you must place your arms in a cross formation and snap both fingers on both your hands. That way, the ritual will be complete and I will be free, and you will save your brother. There's another thing that this ritual gives us. If we are two halves of a soul walking on this earth, we have the abilities to reverse pieces of history that we have caused. If we have done something, we can reverse it. That way you'll never have to worry about making a mistake. Anytime after the ritual is completed, whatever happens, we can reverse it and erase it from existence.
Alright. I'll do anything to save Josh. If I do it, will I live a positive life? Will I get what I want?
You will get everything I promised you and more. Focus, Christian.
Okay. I'll do it.
This is the moment. Our moment. Do it!
Are you?
You did it, Christian. And now Josh will live. You can relax now.
So, I will live a positive life. No more negativity. Are you sure you can live like this?
It's not like I've been any other way throughout our life. We are one now.
Okay. Alright. What do you say we introduce you to everybody? To my channel? Who knows, perhaps now I'll be a lot more positive about everything. I can reverse things that we've done. That either of us have done. How could I have been so stupid? Right here, right now. I can reverse what he did. Okay. Focus hard enough. Reverse Huntrabane's act of killing Josh.
Foolish boy. Did you think it was going to be that easy? You can't reverse Josh's death because you didn't kill him. I'm the one who killed your brother. You can only reverse things that you have caused, not things that I have caused. So the only one who has the power to reverse it is me.
This has to stop. I need answers.
I sense your desperation. You want answers from me, don't you? I don't recommend that. It's not exactly going to help you remember. After all, you're supposed to be the positive one here.
All I want is answers. You've not once given me an answer to my questions. I already know what I have to do. Wait till the 500 Sins video to give you my choice, but for now, I deserve the truth.
You think that you're the one who deserves the truth? I think all of your fans deserve the truth. The truth about why you want to quit on them. Because all you've ever done is lie.
You don't know a thing about me.
If there's anyone who knows anything about you, it's me. I have been every negative thought inside your head since you were born.
It's not gonna work on me. Not this time.
Christian, how much longer are you going to hide your true fears? The fears that I created. The fears that only I know of.
You can't scare me.
That is not my intention, for you are already scared. You have been, even before I killed Josh on this very chair. You don't feel pressured in creating the Sins videos at all. That was your cover-up. The real reason is because you were afraid of being so depressed at losing Josh when he was to graduate from high school this year. There it is. For the longest time, you knew Josh was ready to move on with his life, to start his new adventures, the adventures in which your presence was no longer necessary. And it frightened you because every friend you've ever had eventually left you behind.
Stop it. No. You're a liar.
You can lie to yourself, you can lie to Josh, you can lie to your fans, but the one person you could never lie to is me. I am all the lies in your head, but you're full of negative energy, which makes what I said the truth.
Josh would never leave me. He promised he wouldn't.
And yet you refuse to believe that. Even without me intact to your soul, you are still full of dark energy. You look at Josh like he's your brother, but you treat him like he's your son. You are a Maracle. He is a Nobles. And I bet even his own parents are willing to let him go. The only one who won't is you.
Stop it.
Face it, Christian. I killed Josh, so you can experience what it truly means to lose someone you're close with.
Stop
But you care so much about him, he's practically become your obsession!
No!
Now, how did I see that coming? Put it away. Even Josh was beginning to think you were becoming overprotective of him right after he brought me back to this dimension. I shall answer your questions, but you must know something. In order for you to truly understand what I'm doing, and for you to find the happiness you've always wanted, you have to let go of what you fear the most. Let go of Josh. Now, ask your question.
How are you even alive? I shot you almost 3 years ago. You didn't answer my question before. You said, all in due time. I want to know now. Please, I will give you what you want at the 500 Sins video. But for now, you better start talking.
As you wish. There are a lot of things that took place between the time you shot me and Josh's death. Do you remember where you were trapped prior to our first confrontation?
The dimension of mirrors.
When you believe you escaped the realm and returned to your dimension, you actually entered a different part of the mirror dimension. You still were not free. I knew that you would eventually have enough power to escape the dimension I trapped you in, so I created an illusion of myself to make you believe you had properly returned. You succeeded in killing the illusion. When you collapsed and vanished yourself, I returned you to your own dimension and then weakened our connection. It was the only way for you to believe I was dead and for me to continue manipulating your life in the shadows. Very interesting how you finally met Josh in person only a month after you thought you disposed of me. I watched as your friendship grew into a strong brotherhood, and then one day you told Josh that you were worried about your fan base growing to where you worried about possible fans stalking your family. At that moment, I knew this was the beginning of my plan. You intentionally created a bogus idea that made people think you had abilities to create illusions of yourself. But of course, who could have made you think you could do that? I did.
It was you? You screwed up my bond with Josh in 2018?
It was necessary for me to begin my return, knowing how close you two were. By taking you out of the picture, I provoked Josh's mind as well.
Look, I don't know where he is, okay? Like, you're the 8th family member of his who've contacted me. I've been looking desperately for him. I don't know where he is. And it's really scaring me, but just please, like, if I know anything, I'll let you know, I promise. Okay? Okay, thank you. Alright, bye.
Poor Josh couldn't do anything about finding you, no matter what he tried. It was only a matter of time before he would break and go for desperate measures. With his spirit broken and his optimism draining, I knew this was the right moment. I provoked his mind into making a choice that even he knew he would regret regardless of the outcome. And so I made him believe he could resurrect me to this dimension and use our connection as the way to find you.
Christian, please forgive me.
Of course, nothing truly happened because Josh didn't have the ability to do such a thing. But it was enough for me to finally step out of the shadows and begin your inner destruction. What have you done? Who are you?
I'm Josh. Christian's brother.
And why have you brought me here?
To find Christian. He ran away 6 months ago. I don't know where he is. I think you could find him.
Christian shot me to get rid of me. And now you've brought me here. Why should I help you? And even if I do, what makes you think Christian is gonna like what you've just done.
It's my last resort. You're the only hope I have left. I don't care if Christian finds out. I'll deal with that when the time comes.
I could have killed him right there, but then I realized it wouldn't be enough. I had to continue to stall time, so I played into Josh's request. What will you do for me in return? With Josh believing that he had betrayed your trust by bringing me back, I knew that this was the right decision. Your brotherhood would only tear itself apart going forward. When you returned to Josh's home that winter, you took away any chances at your friendship being destroyed. Josh forgave you, pretty much forgot about what he did, so I had to do the one thing that would lead us to where we are now, taking him out of the picture. So there you have it. You know everything now.
You son of a bitch. I should have known it was you who was behind all this. So Josh was just a pawn in your game? I should fucking kill you right now.
And what exactly would that do? You can't let Josh go. And as of now, you can't save him either. I want you to think about what you've learned and what you must do. In order to truly move on, you have to let him go. And I will be there when you do.
"500 Sins videos uploaded." Josh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But I know what I have to do. If you're with me, please give me a sign. I have to do this. I love you, bro. And I know that you understand the choice I gotta make. I just hope everybody else understands what I'm doing. I'm doing this for you. And I'm doing this because I have to find my freedom. So if you're out there, just want you to know that I'm sorry for what I'm about to do.
was beginning to wonder if you would ever show up.
This is without a doubt the most important place for me to be right now.
I'm glad we can finally agree on something after all these years. Have you thought about what I told you?
I've made my choice. I know what I have to do. And I understand everything you told me.
Excellent. Finally, you are being optimistic as you should have been when you first set me free. Everything could have run much smoother with your life.
It's not gonna work, Huntrabane. You are everything I'm not. The only reason I ever came to this place 2 years ago was because of you.
The 500 Sins video has been released, and you are gonna finally choose what the fate of the sins are, and what the fate of your brother is.
I have made my choice.
So what is it?
I choose to continue the Sins franchise.
At last! You have finally realized that your thoughts on ending the franchise was the dumbest thing ever.
No. What I realized is that I never needed to find any sort of freedom. Because I already had it. The freedom I was looking for, it was always there. My fans, my optimistic umpire, and my brother Josh. They were always there. Huntrabane, I held up my end of the bargain. I'm gonna continue the Sins videos. Now please, give me back my brother.
Before I do that, I have one thing I need to ask you. Have you agreed to finally let him go?
Yes. When the time comes, I'll be ready to let him go.
Good. Because that time is now.
What do you mean?
Your brother, Josh Nobles, is officially dead!
You fiend! Give me back my brother!
It's too late for that. What made you think you could trust me at all? And what makes you think I'm falling for this trick of yours?
Take another step, and I'll shoot you.
Shoot me? With what? You probably thought I was gonna surrender or take the gun away from you in a desperate last act. That's not how things work anymore. And now, you have agreed to continue the Sins franchise under my supervision. I'll make sure you are never pulling any further tricks. As for Josh, he is gone. His death is complete, where even I no longer have the power to reverse it. Give it up, Christian. Fighting is negative, so no matter how much you give me, I can't be hurt. But I sense that you are fighting, not out of hatred, but... Throughout my reign on this planet, the one thing I have been secretly doing is absorbing the powers of your negative emotions, and I have successfully obtained all but one of them, and you're feeling that emotion right now. Your brother is dead forever, and there's nothing you can do to ever save him. And now, the final negative emotion. Despair! Finally, I have everything I need to accomplish my goal. Nothing can stop the shadows from engulfing your planet now!
Josh, I failed you. I'm so sorry.
You did not fail me, Chris. Huntrabane can't win. Because you have the one thing that he doesn't. Now rise and show him your true strength.
It's too late to fight back now. Nothing you try will ever work on me. As much as you'd like to kill me, you won't. Because you can't live as half a soul, and neither can I. You can't win!
Actually, we already have.
You're too weak to use your optimism against me, for I am no longer just your darkness. I am the darkness!
And I am the light.
As much as you'd like to kill me, you won't. Because you can't live as half a soul, and neither can I. You can only reverse things that you have caused, not things that I have caused.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Chris. Look, before you say anything, I don't know what I was thinking, okay? I brought back Huntrabane. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm really sorry for what I did, and I just, please. I'm very sorry.
No. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
So, why should you be apologizing?
Because I'm the one who put you in harm's way since the beginning. Everything that transpired happened because of his control.
Well, speaking of him, where is Huntrabane?
Josh, it's alright. The mask is just a mask now. He's gone.
You killed him?
In a way, but no. Huntrabane is not what you've seen anymore. He's back where he belongs. My soul's been completed, and I still feel the darkness within me, but the good thing is, I'm in control, and I'm never gonna make a mistake like this ever again.
But still, I betrayed your trust by bringing him back even after you shot him.
Look, and I betrayed your trust when I went into exile, but the thing is, you and I were not responsible. Huntrabane was the one who manipulated our minds.
What are you talking about?
Well, from what Huntrabane told me, what I shot in 2017 was merely an illusion, not the real Huntrabane. From that moment to the moment he killed you, everything that ever transpired between us, the exile, the pranks, the pretty much anything that's happened was all because of him. And Josh, you were not the one responsible for bringing him back because he was never gone. You were manipulated by him into thinking this was your last resort when you couldn't find me.
Okay. I feel like he's still looking at me. And I can still just feel his cold hands around my neck.
But calm down, alright? It's over. Like I said, the mask is just a mask. But I don't want to put you in any more danger. So that's why I came back. I came back to say goodbye.
No, don't do this again. You said he was gone. So where's the danger?
I am.
But how are you dangerous compared to Huntrabane?
Because I am Huntrabane. Half of my soul is that thing. And I know that my soul has been put back together, but that means Huntrabane resides within me now. And I'm afraid of ever losing myself.
You won't lose yourself, Christian. Have you learned anything from this experience?
Yes. But I'm still afraid. It's part of who I am.
Not anymore. Look, I've seen enough of Huntrabane to know that there's a difference between you and him. He hides behind that mask in the shadows. You shine brightly in the lights. If you were just gonna walk away after bringing me back from the fucking dead, then why didn't you just let me die?
To protect you from any more dangerous situations. I lost you once. I don't want to lose you again.
Actually, you didn't lose me. I know how much you missed me, but I haven't missed you.
What are you talking about?
In order to miss someone, you have to be away from them. Even after what Huntrabane did, I never left you. In fact, that hat, My parents didn't send you it. It was me.
And you really did help me in defeating him. Honestly, I don't think I could have done it without you. But I believe this belongs to you.
I've always got your back.
Thank you, Josh.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot. Did you reach the 500th Sins episode yet?
Actually, I did. And honestly, I've actually decided I'm going to change my mind. I know that I was originally going to end at 500 episodes because I was upset, but let's be perfectly honest. I'm going to tell you the real reason why I was afraid. I was stupid enough to think that we were going to lose contact when you went off to college. And I realized, of course, that was one of the dumbest things ever. And I thought also I would find freedom from being stressed out if I did this, but now I understand. The real freedom, I already had it. So, what's the point of throwing something away when it's giving me so much?
Yeah, and actually, since you reversed everything, well, nothing's really changed.
What are you talking about?
Nobody really, it's like my death never really happened. Like, everything just went back to normal. My parents didn't even acknowledge it. No joke.
Really? It was just casually?
Yeah.
Like
They just casually were like, "Hey, what's up, Josh?" And I was like, "Hey."
Wow. Well, I do have a theory. Because Huntrabane never technically existed, those who never remembered him are those who have never seen him. Because basically, you and I are the only ones who have actually been afflicted by Huntrabane's presence. Everyone else in our lives have not. So, it seems to me, though, that even after we move on, our lives go on, YouTube continues, and we do whatever we usually do, I really think that maybe our story will probably be remembered, but probably only by those who've actually seen it, not, those who just watch something else entirely. So, perhaps if they don't remember, they never saw any of this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my story. Long neck Josh did really good.
Thank you for having me again.
Yep, completion of a 4-year-long story. What do you think of that? 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years.
It's been great, Of course, everything sort of ties together all in the end, right?
Yep, all put together, and this really hopefully will let people know that everybody can fear their own inner darkness. But despite that, they want to long for something they think they'll achieve by doing something or sacrificing something, and then they realize, of course, the one thing they've always wanted was with them the whole time. In my case, it was my brother. My brother Josh. That's that.
Well, Joshua Nobles, to be specific, Joshua Nobles, Beartown.
Baritone.
Part of the, anti-watching Eagles,
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore because my bro here
Graduating high school
this year, and I actually put in a few things from that specific thing into this storyline to make it seem like people can be afraid of losing contact with the people they care about the most.
Of course, but the thing is, Christian and I might get busy, he may get busy. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, do we?
No, we never do.
Not at all. But the one thing that I do promise him, and I promise to all of you, really, if you ever need help, or if any of you guys ever need any help, you can always count on me. I'll always be here for you, to support you.
That's always one thing I've always appreciated about my brother. He basically is like me. That's why we have so much in common, and that's why I think it was perfect that he got added into the series. And I wanted to ask you a couple questions real quickly, because since you know this is the end. What did you think about getting killed by Huntrabane?
What do I think about getting killed by Huntrabane? Well, I think it's definitely one of the most hilarious moments in everything that we've shot, because you know, he takes my neck and just
Using my bro is long neck Josh. How
Yeah.
poetic he gets his long neck snapped.
yeah. I thought that was you know.
He's dead.
No, shake it a little bit, shake it a little bit.
Yeah. Crazy. It's like a bobblehead.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Kind of reminds me of what Roger Taylor did to Freddie Mercury in the ongoing Slightly Mad music video.
Yep. Get off of that piano. I will also ask one last question. What do you think? What do you think about the message I've sent throughout every series I've done in this entire story?
I think that these messages are good life lessons for everybody to know. I think that in many cases you have examples of things that happen in everyday lives, and you can compare it to that.
Fear, depression, anxiety, and pretty much any negative emotion is what constructed the being known as Huntrabane.
Yeah, and of course both of us have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety.
Yep.
And
this played a really big part when Josh was trying to locate me in the exile part of this story.
Yeah.
The exile part is about making choices and dealing with the consequences of them. Because everybody has their own ways of doing it. And of course, everything comes together. And this was, without a doubt, one of the coolest things I've ever done. So I want to say...
I love being a part of this. Thank you for having me again.
Always, man. I mean, because this guy is going off to college in the near future, I don't know how much longer it'll be that he will be around on this channel or any other social media or whatever, because he might be moving on with his life.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting busy for sure. But yeah, I'll be back on the channel for sure, because as Christian already announced, I'm gonna be the 2020 class of 2020 optimistic Hall of Fame headliner.
That's right.
And,
so he will be at the Hall of Fame this December.
Yeah, it is. That was, and again, that's such a huge honor to me. And I really couldn't have done it without any of you guys, of course. The Optimistic Empire, as Christian likes to call you guys. Because, you know, you guys, well, not much about, get Josh off your channel. But even if you said that, Christian wouldn't give a shit about that. So.
Yeah. I still end up killing him, so for a while he was off the channel.
Yeah,
he
so
actually
there
was
you
off
go.
the channel.
To all of you haters,
You actually got to witness him die.
Yeah. And, like, literally my neck got snapped. Did I look, like, comment below, did I actually look dead at the end of that video? Like, could you, like, Photoshop a picture of that right now? And just...
Look at that.
Do I look dead? I think I look dead. Do you?
Well, I don't know. I'm the one looking at you.
Yeah, but that was really, that was really a great time, you know, me going to Canada for the first time.
Yeah.
SummerSlam weekend we filmed that.
Yeah, we kept that whole thing silent for an entire month before it was actually released as part of this Infinity War.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to say, once again, Josh, thank you very much for being on board for this entire series, and to all who participated in this film, Fate of the Sins, ladies and gentlemen, official decision. Our story about Huntrabane and everything I've done for the last 4 years is over. It's all over. But the Sins videos, we are not done. We're going to keep going with this because you guys love it, and I'll be honest, I love it too. So, this is why I said this is a satisfying conclusion for all my fans.
And you know, I'm happy for you.
It means a lot, man. Thank you, man.
Anytime. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yep, and thank you guys for always being wonderful. And do not forget to be optimistic, show your optimism.
And think optimistically.